Who is a value play you can build your lineup around? Because I'm looking, DraftKings Playbook, wow. This is a great article by you talking about value plays.
Oh, well, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Your approval means everything to me. Yeah, I think Caleb Martin is probably my favorite value play. His price point has gone up recently. It's not gone up enough. He's $4,500 tonight. He's been averaging 35 and a half minutes his past 3 starts with Jimmy Butler in the lineup. Now there's no Jimmy Butler. The Heat have basically been running an 8-man rotation. They're getting Struss back, but, you know, he's missed 4 games in the health protocols. I just think Martin could play upwards of 40 minutes tonight. And then you're looking at maybe some cheaper guard plays. I like Kiefer Sykes again. We don't really know how Indiana's health protocol guys are going to look tonight in terms of their conditioning. Maybe they do play, maybe they don't, so keep an eye on that. But if Brogdon's out again and Duarte's out again, I think you have to go back to Sykes, who's somehow $200 cheaper than he was the night before. And then George Hill. I talked about Milwaukee just kind of having their entire secondary and tertiary aspect of their roster just wiped out. Someone has to be the 5th starter. NBA rules say you have to start 5 guys. Probably going to be George Hill, maybe Wes Matthews. I think Whalen can probably tell you a little bit more about that definitively, but I would say both guys are less than $3,200. I would side with Hill just because he's a little bit more of a ball handler and creator. But $3,200 for someone who's going to play probably 30 minutes tonight, that's a pretty good deal.
All right, Whalen, go ahead, dude.
Yeah, I think they're going to probably start Wes Matthews just because he is more of like a true 2, but I like George Hill of the 2 if you're talking fantasy value. And we should mention, conspicuously, they did list Jordan Nwora as questionable for this game as of last night on the injury report. So he was placed in protocols just a few days ago, but it looks like maybe, it could be a false positive. Maybe he's going to test out earlier than expected. So if Jordan Nwora ends up playing, I think maybe he becomes the guy that you target, obviously as a low-cost option with both Grayson Allen and Pat Connaughton out. Other guys I would consider tonight, I do like Max Struss. I'm not really sure what the pronunciation is. He was lighting it up before entering COVID protocols, hasn't played since just after Christmas, so maybe a little bit of rust, but obviously going to be a lot of opportunity there with all the guys out for Miami. Furkan Korkmaz, I think, is a good value at $4,700. No Shake Milton, no Tyrese Maxey, no Matisse Thybulle for the 76ers. And then one other situation to keep an eye on is the Utah Jazz last night listed like 7 guys as questionable for tonight's game. So could be a situation where, a good team is just looking to build in some rest. So if that's the case, if a couple of key players end up sitting out, maybe even throw a dart at like a Rudy Gay or someone like an Eric Paschall.
Okay, Friar, you throwing a dart at someone here for a value play?
Yeah, but before I talk about my value play, I would like to say on Struss, check DraftKings Sportsbook for his point total tonight. If it's sub 15 right now, so it's at 14.5. It's off the book right now, but keep your eyes peeled on that one. That was a play I was liking while he was kind of rolling for a bit. It was usually around the mid-teen range, and he was going over that with some high frequency. So I'll be keeping track of that tonight. But Buddy Hield is my favorite value DFS play tonight at 5.4K versus the Hawks. And I know, of course, Anthony Simons is another guy people are going to be in on. He's actually a little bit cheaper, but still he should be very chalky. The Sacramento Atlanta game has one of the higher game totals on DraftKings Sportsbook, and Buddy Hield's coming off consecutive 40-plus DK fantasy point performances. The Hawks are giving up a lot of fantasy production to opposing shooting guards, and they're also 4th in defensive efficiency.